baby butter go crazy.
YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And tonight's live is going to be on Waiver, Wire, and so listen. Today I'm going to do my waivers a little bit different. I'm only going to name the pickup. It's getting close to fantasy football playoff time. I'm not going to mention guys that's irrelevant. Now listen, some other guys that I might not mention may be helpful for your team. So just put that in the chat, guys. Make sure you spam the chat. Put your question in the chat. Put the 100 symbol. Let me know that you're here, guys. But so I'm just mentioning the guys that I am willing to pick up, not just chop liver, right? Because usually I try to mention a lot of guys because I know we go in different leagues. Some guys are in 16-team leagues, 14-team leagues, and I have to mention guys that are really kind of like chop liver guys that aren't really that important, but you may have to pick them up on a bye week. So, for no. Okay, my bad about that. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's go. Let's start with the quarterback position, guys. And then I will get to everybody's questions. So you got any questions, put it in the comment section. So let's start with the quarterback. The first quarterback that I'm picking up, if he's out there on your waivers, and I'm willing to start him, maybe even for the rest of the season, is Jordan Love. Yes, guys, Jordan Love. I've been on Jordan Love the whole season. I held on to him in a lot of leagues that he wasn't playing great in because I knew things could change. That's how fantasy football works. That's how real football works. Things change every week. Sometimes, well, you might. I break the season down in quadrants. Every 4 weeks, something is changing. All of a sudden, Justin Fields is playing good. All of a sudden, he's playing bad. All of a sudden, Jordan Love is playing good. All of a sudden, he's playing bad. All of a sudden, he goes back to start playing good. So I usually give guys about 4 weeks to make a decision if I want to drop them or if I want to keep them, if I want to stash them. I usually give each guy about 4 weeks. That's just how football works. Things change. Next guy that I like that I will pick up to play this week, because I know we got a lot of teams on bye weeks, is Joe Flacco for the Browns. And listen, that helps Amari Cooper. That helps the weapons, David Njoku. It helps those type of weapons. DTR is just too young right now. He can't get it done, and he also got a concussion. So I believe that Joe Flacco is going to start over what's the guy name? I forgot his name. Put it in the comment section, guys. Let me know. But he came in the game. He's not going to start anymore. If they was going to let him start, they would have put him out there before they put DTR out there. But I like Joe Flacco just as a streamable quarterback. You see what happens, right? Kind of like a stash. Next quarterback that I like, guys, if he's on your waivers, is Kenny Pickett. Now, I know Kenny Pickett is not a guy that should be on your waivers, but in some leagues he probably is, especially in one quarterback leagues. Guys, I'm picking up Kenny Pickett and I'm playing him. I like Kenny Pickett. I like what I saw in this offense. I think they're going to be pushing the ball downfield. So I pick up Kenny Pickett if he's on your waivers. Now listen, sometimes you got to stash guys just to see that, just to keep them from your opponent getting them. Also, you don't ever know what might happen to your quarterback. Don't wait till something happens and then make the move. Kind of work the waiver wire 2 or 3 weeks ahead and just stash a guy. That's why I love to make stash videos. And next guy that I'm willing to play, but this guy's on a bye week, but I'm willing to pick him up and stash him, is Tommy DeVito. I don't think they're going necessarily back to Tyrod Taylor. Why would you? Tommy DeVito's been playing good. He's pushing the ball downfield to guys like Jalen Hyatt. I do believe that Darren Waller might come back and play for the rest of the season. Why? Because he's on the deal. They're going to pay him. He needs to come back out there if he's healthy. So I think that even helps Tommy DeVito, what we call Danny DeVito. So pick up Tommy DeVito, but he's on the bye week this week, so you can stash him. Don't use your waiver priority on him. Just go ahead and pick him up when he's turned green bean. And green bean means you just see the green plus symbol once everybody's done in waivers. Last but not least is Matthew Stafford. Some people dropped Matthew Stafford. They didn't know if this team was going to go down the sink or what was going to happen. But with Kyron Williams there, this team looked like the old beginning of the season of Los Angeles Rams. So I'm willing to pick up Matthew Stafford and play him for the rest of the season with a healthy Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, and Cooper Kupp. So you can play Matthew Stafford if you need to pick him up and stash. So the quarterbacks, again, is Jordan Love, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Tommy DeVito, Matthew Stafford. Them the quarterbacks that I'm willing to pick up. Any other quarterbacks I'm not willing to pick up. So I didn't want to mention a bunch of guys just because they out there, they might start this week. Moving on to, let's go to the running backs. Everybody's favorite position, the running backs. Guys, make sure you spam the chat with the 100 symbol. I see you, Big Will. I see you, D Lion. Yes, sir. Make sure you hit the flood the comment section with the 100 symbol. Okay. The first running back, and we all know this, is Zach Moss. Jonathan Taylor, thumb injury. Pick up Zach Moss. You can play him. You can start him right away. I don't think Jonathan Taylor. Let me look at the news. If anybody got the news on Jonathan Taylor, what had happened last time I looked at it, he was going to get surgery. But let me make sure. Let me make sure here. I see you, Carol. Let me see real quick. I want to be right with this because Jonathan Taylor injury is really huge. So I don't want to just go over through that and not be correct on every single part of my information. So okay, it says Jonathan Taylor to undergo thumb surgery, hopeful to return in 2 to 3 weeks. So that's going to be right in the middle of your fantasy football playoff. So pick up Zach Moss and play him. So I would spend all my fab on Zach Moss. I would not let nobody pick him up. You need to, especially if you like 8-1. I mean, not I wouldn't say 8-1, but like 10-1 or something like that. You don't really need it, maybe not. But if you right there, you 6-7, you trying to get in the playoffs, you got to spend every single dime that you get to get Zach Moss to start him. Because any running back on this team has been elite all season. Zach Moss was a top 3. Shoot, he was the number 1 running back for a long time. So go get Zach Moss for 2 to 3 weeks. He's going to be the starter. And even when Jonathan Taylor comes back, who knows how much work he gets, right? Just depending on their playoff, if they can make it to the playoffs or not. So I love Zach Moss. Another guy, which is more of a stash guy, he's a bye week replacement, is Keaton Mitchell. Yes, thumb surgery already happened. Thank you, Juice. Keaton Mitchell is on a bye week, but I think he's the guy that you should stash. Guys, if you look at his carries the last 2 to 4 weeks, they moved up every single week. So I believe eventually, man, this guy's probably going to be getting 60% of the work in the backfield. Not 100%. He's never going to get 100% because Gus Edwards is a good short yardage back. And Justice Hill is a good back, too. He's a solid back just to put in as a role. But Keaton Mitchell, it got explosive tendencies where he can break a long run, 30 point, 40 points in fantasy, and he can break 60-yard runs in real life. So I like Keaton Mitchell. Stash him if he's on your waivers. Stash him. Next guy's Tuba Hubbard. And that's kind of a little deep, but I'm willing to play him if I need it. I know a lot of guys have running backs on buys. If Tuba Hubbard out there, I'm picking him up. I'm not saying spend all your waiver, but spend a nice little amount. I don't really know. Get a consultation with me if you want me to tell you how much fat, because it's so many different types of leads and everything. If I got the number 1 waiver priority, I'm not spending on Tuba Hubbard. I'm not spending on Tuba Hubbard, but I spend it on Zach Moss. Now, if you got the number 1 team in your league, maybe I hold on to it and wait, because I don't really need the Zach Moss to make the playoffs. I also got other good running backs. But if you want to play a keeper way to keep somebody out of the playoffs that you might potentially start, you can use it for that. There's so many different strategies in football, guys. Next is Elijah Mitchell, another stash. And I know it don't sound good. I'm not saying that CMC was going to go down at this point. He's made it this far. I'm not going to say he's injury prone. That's old news because he's made it this far. But I still want that handcuff on that team. I believe that they could sit CMC. I don't know what's going to happen in the NFC. If they go and they sew up the number 2 seed, they might not play CMC the last 2 weeks of the season. So you don't want to be trying to play CMC and win a championship and he goes out the game in the 4th quarter. So that's why I want you to stash Elijah Mitchell in case you hear a report that, hey, we're probably going to sit CMC. Now you have Elijah Mitchell and you have an opportunity to make that choice. If you're going to start CMC, if you're going to put his handcuff, if you're going to play them together, right? That's all different types of strategy. Next is A.J. Dillon. Reason why I'm going with A.J. Dillon because Aaron Jones, guys, is out. Aaron Jones is out. I think that A.J. Dillon is going to have a really nice game for you somewhere soon because this team is getting better. So it's going to open up lanes for A.J. Dillon. I want to pick up any guys that's on this Packer team. A.J. Dillon, Jaden Reed, if he's out there, Christian Watson, even Romeo Dobbs. I don't have him on this video, but even Romeo Dobbs, he's out there, you pick him up, green bean him. Don't put a waiver priority on him, but green bean him. And last but not least, Antonio Gibson. Reason why this team should be, their defense is weak, so they should be passing the ball a lot. Now, Brian Robinson does catch passes, but so does Antonio Gibson. So, like I said, you're just trying to make sure you cover everything that you can. So picking up a back like Antonio Gibson that gets a lot of work in the passing game, it's a good move. That's why I got him on this video. Let's get on to the wide receivers, guys. Let's get to the wide receivers. Guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting-edge content. Wide receiver, his first wide receiver is Odell Beckham. Now, he's on a bye week, but this is when you get guys. You can get them for the free. You can get them green bean them on bye weeks. I like Odell Beckham. Even though he didn't have a big game like I thought he could have or even should have, but he's still a wide receiver who I see is getting more explosives by the week. He's getting more healthy. Actually, Odell Beckham, guys, is getting better every week as a veteran because his health. If you watch the game, he looks very explosive every time he touched the ball. He had a little shoulder injury, so that's why I think that he didn't play that many snaps. And I think going forward, once he gets a little bit more healthy after this bye week, I think they're going to uptick his targets. So make sure you stash Odell Beckham. Another guy is Brandon Cooks. any residuals that he's getting from CeeDee Lamb and this run game and Dak Prescott playing out of his mind, I think makes Brandon Cooks a top 24 wide receiver. This offense looks special. It looks special. So I want to play Brandon Cooks as a wide receiver 3 flex play. Moving on, next guy is Jahan Dotson. Yes, guys, Jahan Dotson. I love Jahan Dotson. I know a lot of people like, man, he's not doing anything, but I think if you're trying to work the waiver wire and green bean guys and keep your lineup optimal, you got to pick up guys with that type of talent. You got to. Now, I'm not saying you got to play him in front of anybody, but you got to pick him up and see what happens. I'm willing to pick up Jahan Dotson. You never know who might go down with an injury or whatever. So I'm willing to play and pick up Jahan Dotson as a wide receiver 3, top 48 wide receiver. Next is Jalen Hyatt, which is on the bye week. I think he's the big pickup to me. Now, would I spend a waiver priority? Yes. If I'm like 6 or 7, something like that, I'm doing it. If I got a little bit of fab, I'm spending on Jalen Hyatt. Why? Because that's going to be a boom guy I can put in my flex. And listen, guys, when I talk about boom guys, don't take, oh, man, why I'm going to play Jalen Hyatt or Christian Watson. They're very volatile. Well, guys, you put these guys in your flex plays. You don't start them over studs. You're not counting on these guys. You're just trying to get a guy that can go boom. So you might have an Amon-Ra and a Tyreek Hill and a Saquon. You might have, but then you got to have like, well, who should I put in? Should I put in a Jahan Dotson or a Chuba Hubbard? No, I'd rather sit a Chuba Hubbard at my flex play. This is a flex play, and play a guy like a Jalen Hyatt or a Christian Watson. That way, 30 point, 40 point, 30 point, 40 point. I'm trying to get that 30 point, 40 point. That's how you win the league. Now the guy, he's sitting around sick on his stomach, or lady sick on his stomach, because you played a guy that was on the waiver wire and he went crazy in your flex. Now you get in your playoffs, you might want to play different. You might want to be safe, and I understand it. And so you don't got to do this strategy. Me, I build my teams around where I have to start some of these guys like that. So I'm willing to start these guys as my wide receiver 3 or my flex and put these boom guys in. And Christian Watson was my next guy. Guys, I know he's not in there, but if he's out there, me, personally, I'm not saying he's going to be my pickup over Zach Moss, but I'm getting him. I'm picking up Christian Watson. I'm not leaving that boom on the bench. You don't know, you cannot count on him. You cannot say he's going to score 10 points. But you can, if he goes 30 points, you don't feel that you get beat by him or somebody else got him or be on the waivers. That's what it's about. Even just put him on your bench and don't play him out. That's okay. So I like boom bust guys. That's just the way I play fantasy. Look who won your fantasy football championships. Go back into week 17 and look at who won your championships, or even week 16. Whenever you have your fantasy football championship, look at those teams. And it's not going to be no Jamar Chase. And Jamar Chase, when he was a rookie, but he was kind of that boom bust guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was getting consistent work, but he wasn't like, oh, he's a top end wide receiver. You got to play these boom bust guys to win weeks. If you try to play it safe, you get upset. You be like, man, how this guy with this sorry ass team beat me? Because he took a risk. He took a calculated risk. That's what you have to do. All right, so moving on. Another guy is Jonathan Mingo. I like Jonathan Mingo, guys. The reason why I like Jonathan Mingo is because Carolina, they fired their coaches, so now they're going to put the rookies in to see what they got so they can know who to draft next year. So this is the opportunity to start playing rookies. So put Jonathan Mingo in your flex, especially if you number 1 seed, you number 2 seed, get cute. So let me see what Mingo going to do. Let me see who the matchup. This corner week, let me put Mingo out here in my flex and see what happens. Or stash him and see what happens. Look at him on your bench. So, you know what? Mingo been got 8 targets each game for the last 3 weeks. Let me put him in. I don't want my guys getting boomed on. If you lose, go down with the ship. But I don't want anybody getting boomed on by nobody. I want you to have that nobody already on your team. Or he out there, nobody else picked him up. I don't want you losing because somebody went and took a risk because they didn't even supposed to be there and they beat you. I've seen it happen in fantasy. It happened to me twice in fantasy football championship. I've lost. I lost to Mike Evans twice. Mike Evans played garbage all year long, was on the waiver. Nobody wanted to pick him up. And then this dude picks him up because he's just trying to find out a good lineup. And Mike Evans booms on me for 3 touchdowns and 200 yards. He 50 points, 60 points, 50 points, 60 points, and I lose by 15 points. Next is Greg Dortch. Guess guys, Greg Dortch. I love Greg Dortch. The reason why I like Greg Dortch, guys, because he's been getting hyper targeted. If Michael Wilson is still struggling with that injury, So Greg Dortch is going to be the underneath guy that Kyler Murray is going to target. So in PPR league, I love Greg Dortch. Next is JSN. Stash him. If anybody draft, they ain't gonna pass it to him. Stash JSN. You never know. You never know what might happen at the end of the season. What might happen to Tyler Lockett? What might happen to DK Metcalf? Or what they might do a new game plan. So JSN could be involved. So stash JSN and redraft. Just stash them. Don't leave these type of guys out there on your waivers. You always got to keep moving guys that got potential. You can't get everybody on there, but some of these guys you can. All right, let's move on to the tight ends, guys. Guys, I will get to everybody comment. I appreciate everybody being here. Make sure you hit the like button. And subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. Also, guys, go to my bio, click some of the links. I had an article wrote up on me, guys. That I put it in the chat early. It's up there at the top. It's the Bold Journey. Go click on it. You can read it. It was an article published on me. Maybe you can get a little bit about me, a little inside information. But I will be posting it from here on out for a while. So make sure if you want to follow me and check out some of my content, cutting edge content, you can do that. All right. Let me get a little drink, guys. Okay. The first guy is Pat Fryermuth. Now listen, that's one of the guys that I was off on. It's because he ain't been healthy, and also because the offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh. He didn't use Pat Fryermuth like he should have. Pat Fryermuth is a top 5 tight end easily, especially being young as he is. But now he should be on your waivers, or if he's not, and that's good, whatever. I mean, not good, but move forward. It is what it is. But if he's out on your waivers, I would say Zach Moss is number 1, and number 2 would be Christian Watson, and number 3 would be Pat Fryermuth. Do not let nobody pick up Pat Fryermuth if they need a tight end. Go pick him up. I think and I'm not telling you to spend your number 1 waiver priority on him, but you at least need to spend, if you 5 or 6, I think you need to do it. You don't want this type of guy to make a team that maybe is short. You beat this team by 1 position because you got a good tight end and they don't, and that's how you can whoop them. If they get Pat Fryermuth, he could go for the same amount of points as Travis Kelce in a championship or a playoff game. So you need to pick up this type of guy. That's why you can't just let these guys sit out. Even though you're like, well, my team is good. And then people hunt you down, and then they players boom against you in a one-on-one competition. So Pat Fryermuth is the number 3 pickup this week on waivers. Next is Isaiah Likely. He's getting a lot of targets. He's a yak tight end. We don't see a lot of yak tight ends outside of Jonnu Smith, but Isaiah Likely is like Jonnu Smith. He's getting a lot of screens and short area targets, and he can take it far. You know, he can get a lot of yak. So I like Isaiah Likely. You still pick him up if you need a tight end. If you stream him a tight end, then they don't want to buy. But I know guys might need tight ends. I like his upside over some of these lower tier guys. Next is Cade Otton, one of the safest guys. Cade Otton is almost like 95 to 100% snaps. So I'm willing to pick up Cade Otton. That's how you play. I'm not playing no tight end. Like, I'm not going to say I'm going to play Cade Otton over Kyle Pitts, but he's safer than Kyle Pitts. So I rather have to boom if I got a good team. So Cade Otton is the guy that's getting 95% snaps. Next is Tucker Kraft. That's a deep, deep guy, but he is on a team that targets their tight end a lot. Green Bay has always targeted their tight end. So with Luke Musgrave being out, I believe that Tucker Kraft can get a few targets for you. I'm not telling you to look for that, but if you needed to start a guy, you could do that. And last but not least, guys, is Logan Thomas. Now, Logan Thomas probably not out on your waivers for tight end, but I like him. I like anybody attached to this Washington offense outside of John Dotson. They treat him like drop level. The rest of these guys get a lot of good targets. Logan Thomas is a good tight end to start. I'm not saying the output is going to be good, but just the start is a good start because you never know what can happen. He could get 8 targets. He did it about 3 or 4 games this season. And tight end is so volatile. So Logan Thomas is another guy. So guys, thank y'all for listening to my waivers. Let's get to the questions. Let's see what's going on here. I got D-Lion in the building. What's up, bro? He said, let's go, TD. D-Line says, I was getting cute in Dynasty at 6-3, and now I'm 6-6, fighting for a 6 seed playoff spot. But my hero, Kyle Williams, is back. Let's go. Yes. Yeah, sometimes, bro, that's why I don't get cute. I'm just trying to get into the playoffs. Once you're in the playoffs, you're good. Wesley, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, D-Lion. Deal, what's up, bro? He said, what's good, TD? He said, TD, hope all is well with you, man. Would you trade Cup? I'm pretty solid at Wild Eyes. If so, who would you change him for? Appreciate it. Jalen Waddle, if I could. I would do Jalen Waddle. Michael Pittman, which I doubt you could do that. What I do, I would hold on to Cooper Kupp, but you good already. I would maybe go after Nico Collins, somebody that's attached to that Texas offense. Devontae Adams, and then try to get 2 for 1. Try to get 2 for 1. Drake London. I would try to do Drake London. Brandon Ayuk. DK Metcalf. And maybe Christian Watson in another piece. Like a 2 for 1 deal. D-Line says, any given Sunday, I remember losing to Kamara. Yeah, I remember that week. 6 touchdown game, talking about kick to the gut. Then I believe it was a Thursday game, just knowing all weekend you lost. Right. Right. Stacy says, hi, baby number 2 seed. Appreciate you. We'll hit you up later. Yep. There you go. Hey, so she's in her playoffs, guys. She's in her playoffs. So they start early. Hopefully, she can get this win. She got the number 2 seed. I don't think she has a bye. I think they got 7 teams in her league that makes the playoffs. So the only number 1 seed gets the bye, I believe. Got a solid team. She got the Tyreek Hill, Tua combo, Kyron Williams. Really, really solid team. She did a great job drafting. This girl knows her fantasy. Second take says, week 13, let's go. Yes, sir. He said, TD, salute. Yes, sir, bro. I see you, Big Will. He said, let's get this money. Shane says, I'm thinking of trading Breach Hall. Targets I consider are Pacheco, Pollard, and ETN. Who is a good running back to trade him for? I will go with Pollard. I would go ahead and get somebody like that with Pollard on a good offense. I will go with Pollard. Charlene says, playing for the bye in our playoffs. Got to win this week. And I know you probably got some guys on the bye, too. Excuse me. Juice Pop says, how's the week starting off for you? Really good, bro. Really good. I'm making a lot. I'm in the playoffs for probably about 60 to 70% out of my leagues. I'm in about 15 leagues altogether. Dynasty and redraft included. Appreciate you, Wesley. Coral, he says, who should I start, Tua, Purdy, or Collins? I'm going with Tua against Washington. Thumb surgery already happened, right, this morning. Charlie said, darn, they took JJ off R. That means I have to drop a play and put JJ on the bench. I don't want to drop anyone this week. Keep JJ on R. All right. CHB, what's up, bro? Week 13 is rough on me. I'm down to Gibson and Jaleel as my only options at running back. You got to do what you got to do. I might try to pick somebody up and play him over Jaleel, but if you got to play Jaleel, you got to do it. Got to put somebody out there to try to do something. He's the only available waiver wire. I'm sorry, Dearness Johnson, Elijah Mitchell, and Jeff Wilson. I might go with Jeff. I'm probably going with Jeff Wilson over Jaleel. That's just me. Charlene says, I'm stashing Dearness Johnson. Yeah, you've been on him. And he's starting to get an uptick. He might end up being a nice RB3 to start, if you need to. I don't believe he's an RB2, but I believe he could be an RB3. I believe he could get you 10 to 12 points on certain weeks. If injury comes to ETN, he could do better than that. Yeah. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Yep. Please take that call. What's up, bro? This is got Zach Moss last week. Waiver stats. That's how you work the waiver wire. That's how you do it. Appreciate you, CHB. Charlene says, benching Josh Allen and start Purdy. I'm averaging 150 points per game this week. Okay, you benched Josh Allen and started Purdy? Oh, you benching Josh Allen. You mean this week. Okay. I can't do that. But I'm not saying that ain't gonna work. I'll be nervous. I'm never benching Josh Allen. Okay, yeah, we did that one already. Okay. D-Lane, do you like playoff bye weeks? Yes, I do. I believe you should get that because you can get whooped by a person that got a weak team. You might have a bad week. The bye weeks gives you that extra round that you deserve because you came in a number 1 or number 2 seed. And all you gotta do is win and you win. I like that. I think that's fair. Because you can lose to anybody. The worst team in the league can beat somebody. Arthur, appreciate you, bro. That boy sharp right there. D-Line says, I love 14-man leagues, 8-man playoffs, no bye weeks. My favorite leagues. Okay, I respect that. I like 8-man. I like 14-man leagues, but I do like a bye week. I like a bye week, but maybe not in a 14-man league because you probably can't really do that. It's too many teams, and I do think 8 teams should make the playoffs. Sal said, would you drop Kincaid for Fairview? No, I wouldn't do that. I have Hawkinson also, and both of them have bye weeks. Oh, okay. Nah, I can't tell you to drop Kincaid, bro. I can't tell you to drop. You might have to drop somebody. If you can't drop nobody else, then there's no way I'm dropping Kincaid or Hawkinson. I would have traded Hawkinson or Kincaid by now, and then I might have picked up Freiermuth. But I can't tell you to drop Hawkinson or Kincaid. I can't do it, man. They are elite guys on their teams. Conscious, what's up, bro? I said, damn, T, I traded for JT. Hey, it be like that sometimes, bro. It be like that's fantasy. I mean, but you got to be ready. You got other guys to come in that can boom and play through it. That's how fantasy works, man. You can have the number 1 player. I'm not even gonna say any names because I don't want to reach this. But you got the number 1 player in fantasy, and he could go down right before the playoffs. That's how fantasy works. You got to keep it moving. That's why you don't get down on yourself when you don't win the championship. You got to play good methods and play good strategy. That's how you be a winner. In fantasy, if you just go off the points, you're gonna always be disappointed because it's not gonna always happen for you like that. You may have 2 years back to back and you win it, then you might have a good team and then you might lose it. You might even make the playoffs. Constantine says, hope I'm not too late. Right. I have a second waiver party, and I asked if Roschon was a better stash than Jaleel. Well, Roschon was worth the number 2 waiver. Right. Hope I'm not too late. Right. I have the second waiver party. I asked if Roschon was a better stash than Jaleel. Well, is Roschon worth a number 2 waiver? Yes. If you going to the playoffs already, yes. But if you are trying to make the playoffs, no, I wouldn't do it. I would go ahead and try. If I'm trying to make the playoffs, I'm going to get Roschon. If you already in the playoffs, you already sold up a 6 seed at least, then no, I'm not wasting my second waiver priority on Roschon. But I think if you're trying to get into the playoffs, you got to do it. I said I tried to get Moss, but the owner sucks, right? Yeah, he definitely ain't gonna do it now. D-Line said, Dearness Johnson, shh, don't say it too loud. Right. Yeah, he's getting some snaps. His percentage is getting high. And D-Line said she meant Josh Allen has a bye week. Oh, okay. Not just benching him, right. And Sal said, oh, okay, keep Kincaid and drop Madison for Freiermuth. Yes, if you strong at running back. If you got three solid running backs, I would drop Madison and go get Freiermuth. Man, I don't like you having three tight ends on your team. I think you should have made a trade, but I'm not gonna tell you to leave Freiermuth out there, bro. It's gonna be hard for you to play that in matchups. Yeah, how you gonna sit T.J. Hawkinson for Freiermuth for Kincaid when these guys all three of them can boom? Maybe you play them in the flex, but I don't know your team, but I'm willing to drop Madison if I got three studs. And if I don't got three studs, nah. If I only got two studs, I'm keeping Madison. Content says I'm 6'6", Gibbs, Cook, Javante, Charbonnet. So do Buffalo have a bye? Let me see. I haven't looked at the schedule that much yet. I just been into the waivers. Let me make sure. So Buffalo does have a bye week. They're not playing this week. Okay. So by Buffalo not playing, you need a running back. Let me see something here. I believe Seattle is on a bye week. Yeah, Seattle's on a bye week. Yeah, you got to do it, bro. Wait a minute. No, they played. I'm sorry. They played Thursday. Okay, they played Thursday. They played against the Cowboys. I'm willing to go. I wouldn't do it. I'm willing to roll out Charbonnet and Gibbs. I'm willing to roll out Charbonnet and Gibbs. I want to hold on to that waiver party. Let me know, bro. What are you 7th seed or 8th seed? If you got to win? If you got to win this week, if you make that play, you got to start Roshan. I don't know if Roshan gonna give you enough. I don't know if it's gonna really make a difference. I would rather just go ahead and play Charbonnet and Gibbs. That's just me. Sal says I'm dropping one next week. Just need a tight end this week. Just need a tight end this week. Got you. Okay, if you need a tight end, you got to do what you got to do. Don't worry about what you got if you need something this week to win. But don't mess up your team, your championship team that you got just to get a win. Now, if you're fighting for the number one seed, but I'm not gonna drop none of my studs just to do that. Right? I'm not gonna drop none of my studs just to do that. But it just depends on what your record is, bro. D Lion said 7 leagues alive and all in. Only guaranteed playoffs in 2. This is an important weekend. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for the context, bro. Because that's very important. Because I don't want people ruin their teams just to get one win, and might not even still make the playoffs. Or you already gonna make the playoffs and you ruin your team to actually win a championship. Content says hit that like button, yes, sir. Excuse me, guys. Will says pick one quarterback and tight end to stream this week off the wire. Love, Mitchell Pickett, or Carr. Okay, you don't have to. Let me see. Let me see here. Guys, you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna rank them. I'm going with Pickett over Minshew and Love. Now, I'm not going with no Carr. I'm gonna go with Pickett. I'm going with Pickett. He got the best match. I usually don't go with matchup, but we trying to stream, so we have to go with matchups when we streaming. Not gonna stream a person who got tough. Now, Love is the best player, but he has Kansas City. Kansas City got the best secondary in the NFL. I think this is a game where they have to run the ball with A.J. Dillon with a couple play action shots to Christian Watson, who can outrun these really good corners. I would say this will be a Love great game, but if it is, then we'll know. But to me, if I have to stream somebody, I'm going with Pickett against the Arizona Cardinals. And as far as tight end, I'm going with Gerald Everett. I got you, Marvin. I got you, bro. It says still in fourth with points. Second in record. Got running back depth. I'll be all right. Right. Okay. Still fourth in points. Second in record. Okay. Got running back depth. You'll be right. There you go. Right. Content says I need a tight end for Hop this week. Not using my waiver, but I'm looking for Higbee, Kraft, Conklin. I will go with Oden. I probably will go with Oden. Charlie says, my dad told me if it ain't broken, don't mix it. Sometimes you need to keep your players. It's not necessarily greener on the other side. I agree with that. I agree 100% with that. I said, TD, you like Juwan for week one? For 1 week with New Orleans guys banged up? Yes, I do. I'm willing to stream him. Yes, especially with all the guys banged up. And you might put other guys on the bye week. Sometimes you gotta get the two of the lesser evils, right? Sometimes you ain't gonna be able to stream some top end guy. Country says I'm stuck with Jameer, Devontae, James Cook. I just hope they have enough for me for the next 2 weeks. Right. Right. I'm just saying the Bills are out this week though, right? The Bills all have a bye week. I don't see them playing. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. So yeah. I think those you got Jameer Gibbs and Devontae Smith. They both been booming. I think James Cook is going to be good for you too. They seem to be wanting to get him the ball more since that offensive coordinator got fired. Connie said Juwan is another tight end I'll look at. Because I clinched my division, I'm heading to the playoffs. Thanks for your help, bro. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Dirk Boy says D-Line. I'm sorry. We already did that one already. Rich says, PD, what's good? 7-5, but one or two losses, I could drop out. I just traded AJ Dillon for Josh Downs. I love that. I think you killed, especially if you're gonna be able to play Josh Downs in your flex. I think he's a top PPR monster guy that nobody really knows about. I think he's a PPR monster. He got like 11 targets. So I love Josh Downs. Viv says, what's good, y'all? What's good, bro? He said, bye weeks are tough. I will be without Devontae Adams, need a wide receiver stream. If Rashid Shaheed is healthy or Jaden Reed, who do you play? I'm going with Jaden Reed. I think Rashid Shaheed going to be out this week. So I'm going with Jaden Reed. Lead up to Downs or Watson. I'm going with Downs over Justin Watson. Oh, Christian Watson? Bro, okay. It might be Christian Watson. That's tough. I'm going with Josh Downs. Big Wheel says Cooper Kupp is killing my squad in one of my leagues, 5th place. Thoughts on keeping him in the lineup or start one of your 10 waiver wire ads? Now go with him. Go down with the ship with Cooper. If he's out there, if he's healthy, you got to play Cooper Kupp. keep playing Cooper Kupp. You can't get a better. Ain't nobody on the waiver better than playing Cooper Kupp. Let me see, man. So they talking about Denzel Watson. Denzel Ward is going to be out. So with Denzel Ward being out, I'm probably still playing Cooper Kupp, man. I'm gonna tell you, that's just my message. I don't think you should bench Cooper Kupp. If you want to take somebody else out, I think you got to play Cooper Kupp. I don't think he's just out there for chopped liver just to be a decoy. I think he's out there, if he can get open, they're going to get him the ball. Vito says, okay, yeah, we did that one already. Okay, down to Watson. Okay. It says, you're right, and I have a mediocre team last year, made some moves and hit hard come playoffs. Right. Country Machine says, JT out? Yes, he out for 2 to 3 weeks. I could have used my waiver party on Moss a week or two ago. We talked about it here. Right. I wouldn't have used it now. You play in hindsight. Just because he went down and then you want to use the waiver wire party, you can't necessarily look at it that way. Should you have stashed him? Yes, you should. You could have stashed him, but I wouldn't use a waiver wire party on him. All handcuffs should be stashed. It's cuffing season. But I'm not using a waiver wire priority before he goes down, before JT goes down. That's just me. Rick says, who do I start this week? McBride or Friday? You got. I'm going with. Man, I'm gonna get cute and go with Friday. Arizona giving up a lot. I'm going with Friday because the matchup is so good, and they target him. And he's a tight end. He's gonna get a lot of targets. They gonna double team him because they got to stop that run and they got to stop George Pickens and also Deontay Johnson. So I like Friday this week. He's probably a top 5 star in the tight end position. Marvin, what's up, bro? Thank you for showing support, guys. He's married to my cousin. They've been knowing me since I've been small. Marvin said, I need to know if I should keep Metcalf in as my flex against Dallas instead of Drake London. Yes, I'm keeping Metcalf in against Dallas. I like Drake London, but the quarterback situation is so volatile. Metcalf is getting 10 to 12 targets. They're going to make sure they try to get Metcalf the ball. It's going to be tough against Dallas. I just couldn't pivot off him to go with Drake London. Let me see. Yeah, especially going against the Jets too, man. The Jets got a really good a great secondary. They are going to put, because they match up well together because they both big guys. I think they're going to put Sauce Gardner on Drake London. So both of these guys got tough matchups. I'm going to go with the guy that got the best quarterback that I know is going to keep getting 12 targets, and that's going to be DK Metcalf. I will play DK Metcalf. Yep. I'm tired for first. Help me out, fam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, brother. You killed it. Go get that money. Get that money. I said dropping Dobbs for Halloween. I got Purdy, so just going to use him. Right. Dropping Dobbs. He's a pumpkin. I got Purdy, so just going to use him. Right. I love Purdy. I think Purdy's a good player to pick up. If you got him, you don't really need Dobbs. I don't really play matchups with my quarterbacks. I mean, you can do it at the time when something happens. If you did, then that's good. Me, I'm just gonna go. I would have kept whoever I had from the beginning, my 2 quarterbacks, and I just would have swapped them out. But if you got Purdy, I'm definitely playing Purdy over especially how Dobbs played. Purdy got a lot of good weapons. Understand? Yes, sir, bro. Says, thanks, TD. I agree to hold on to Charbonnet is a good Charbonnet is as good a play as Roschon would be. But can Roschon get work in the fantasy playoffs? Yes, he can. I'm in a 2 flex full PPR number 7 seed, so I need to win 2. Okay. I think you need to make the move and be okay with it. And you got to work the waiver wire. You got to be great on the waiver. Go ahead and make the move and play the matchup. And go down with the ship with whoever you think you should play. Go ahead and make the move. Because you the number 7 seed. I mean, what you holding on to? So go ahead and make the move and get Roschon and maybe play both of them or play whoever you think you need to play. I said, TD, I always love your passion and expertise for the game. You keep it real, no cap. Thank you, brother. I try to. I'm not perfect, but you know I'm going to keep it real. I agree with you, Arthur. Arthur says, Lamar on a bye week, Purdy or Jordan Love. I'm leading Purdy. I'm leading Purdy, too. Even though the Eagles ain't chopped liver defense, but they can be had. Jordan Love going against Kansas City. Kansas City got a good defense. Now, let's make Jordan Love shock the world. If he goes out and he gives it to Kansas City, everybody should be on alert. Here comes Jordan Love. So don't play him and just assume he's going to do it because it's Kansas City. To me, Kansas City got the best defense in the league. I don't care what anybody says. That's just my opinion. Marvin says, I'll text you later at work. Love it, though. Thank you, bro. Yep. Hopefully you get this money. Alan says, guys, pop up Goddard, and he's coming back. Perked up Goddard, and he's coming back. Yeah, but I still think Devontae Smith is going to be getting a lot of targets. They got to get Devontae the ball because people are going to try to take A.J. Brown away. Marco, what's up, bro? Brings says, half-point PPR, Chase, Tank, or IU. Thank you. You got to play Tank Dale. You got to play Tank Dale. You got to get him in your lineup. Chase is okay. I mean, I'm starting him as a flex play, but I'm not starting him over Tank, and I'm probably not starting him over no IU. 9 times out of 10 this week with that backup quarterback, I'm not starting him over IU. Conscious Machine says, God can stay on IR. Better for Devontae. Right. Facts. What's going on, Russ? What's going on, Brett Brady? So should I trade Barkley and Kirk for Kyron and Thielen? No. I'm holding on to Barkley and Christian Kirk. Now, I would like to get Kyron, but I'm not going to trade Barkley out for Kyron. I'm not doing it. If you want Kyron, you think Kyron is going to be a top 5 running back, then do it. I think Barkley is worth Kyron and Thielen themselves. But if you want Kyron, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do. If you want Kyron, then make that move. I wouldn't do it. Or A-Chain and Kirk for Kyron and Thielen. Yeah, I would do A-Chain and Kirk for Kyron and Thielen because you're getting Kyron. So I'll do A-Chain for him. I said, level out, I got Devontae in the trade for Cook. He could stay. Right. I got Devontae in a trade for Cook. Right. Country said, you are consistent in Rio. TD, that is the reason you gave me for that decision on not bidding on Moss. Right. It wasn't worth the priority while JT was healthy. Right. TD is the real deal. Thank you, bro. Right. And that's the only reason why I said that. Like, it makes sense now, but there's no way I'm giving up no. He's just a stash at that point in time when he's healthy. Like, but you got to try to work the waiver wire. So if you got some handcuffs out there right now that you know could get the full workload, if you got room, stack. That's all you can do. We don't know what's going to happen week to week other than hopefully things go in our favor off of our stash and working the waiver wire a couple weeks ahead of time. And obviously, Christian Watson got 30-point game in his pocket. He do. He got that. And he might go for 5 this week. And when he can go for 25 again, you never know. And my team, the way I drafted my teams, that's why I always talk about what I'm doing because I don't want to tell y'all to do something on a blanket statement that's not for your team. Christian Watson might not be good for your team. He's great for my team. I went 0 RB, drafted him like in the 5th or 6th round as a wide receiver 3. Amon-Ra, Tyreek, and Christian Watson. I'm playing Christian Watson because I feel good about Amon-Ra and Tyreek. He said, I can get Roschon with the number 2, but is it tough, Dave, that Roschon is on a bye? I played Gibbs and Javonte or Charbonnet this week. Right. Yeah, that is very tough. I see the Bears are on a bye week. I'm not doing it for a bye week. Not with your record. I'm not doing it for a bye week replacement. I would try Green Bean. But if, like I said, if you want him bad, you believe he's going to be a league-winning player, don't play with no regrets. Make that move. That way you can go down with your ship. But if you're just trying to do it because you think he's going to be elite, then no, I'm not doing it. But if you believe that, like, oh, man, this guy's going to be great, I got to have him Because if I don't get them, it can hurt me. I won't make the playoffs. Then you make the move. But if you're just trying to get them because you're just trying to get the best guys that you can get, I'm not using my number 2 waiver priority. I just said watch and see. People say, don't start Watson. He's a drop. Watch. I mean, right. I agree with that 100%. But I'm not going to sit here and chastise nobody who didn't start Watson. You got to be a different type of cat to start Watson. Me, I'm a different type of cat. I'm playing for the boom. I didn't care if he doesn't. And a couple of leagues, I didn't play him. I had Jalen Ward. I had some of the other guys that was better. I didn't play him. But in a lot of leagues I played, I'm like, man, who else I'm going to play? Right? I said he's a flex down the stretch. I said what I said. He is. I agree 100% with that. He is the flex down the stretch. You got to start him every week. As long as Jordan Love is playing good. All right, guys, I guess I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in, guys. Tomorrow, I will try to do a live or video, and I'm probably going to do on players that are skyrocketing up the rankings. I'm going to give you 12 guys that I believe are booming. If you got another opinion about a video I should do, put it in the comment section and let me know. Y'all be safe. Peace. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Conscious.
Okay, turn me up. They don't wanna smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. So let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy. I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Fresh to death on camouflage. Gotta keep a foot up on their necks cause they might sabotage. I ain't come for peace, I brought the mask, bout to terrorize. Step. If you a hating nigga, keep that bullshit to yourself. Get my bop on you niggas. Don't never question if I'm a real nigga, I did a lot for you niggas. Bitch, they thought I was finished, but I got a lot for you niggas. Lil John on them niggas. I'm the bra on them niggas. I'm the hottest in the business. Okay, put me in the mix. I can tell you used to